Welcome to Tech Tuesday. I hope you guys have a good afternoon or good morning. We are recording this, so if you know of anyone who missed out on this afternoon, you can tell them that it will be on the FCS webpage, and we'll have a link on there for them probably tomorrow. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We're not going to be in the schools this week to answer your questions, but if you do have questions, you can take requests, your technology facilitator, and they'll respond as soon as possible. We want to spend a little bit of time today promoting a contest where the top 5 winners will receive an all-expense-paid trip to the Ncties conference in Raleigh on March 7th and 8th. This is a Thursday and a Friday. The contest is open right now, and it's going to close out or run through the 10th. In order to enter, you should create a video. This video should be no more than 60 seconds long, or a presentation using a Web 2.0 tool of your choice. The topic for this video is going to be cyberbullying or online safety. If you have any questions about this presentation, contact your tech facilitator. These videos are going to be shared on FCS Tube and YouTube. Presentations will also be shared on your FCS website. Make sure you do follow all the copyright rules and regulations. Of course, if you're using any images of students, make sure you have a parental permission form on file. All of your items that you create will be submitted to chrisshear@fcschools.net. We are recording this, so if you want to come back and get any more information later, you can certainly do that. Today what we're going to do is we're going to give you an overview of some resources that you can use for this contest, and Betsy Bryan is going to get us started today. Betsy?
Right, and what I want to say is here are some resources for cyberbullying and online safety. And then the next slide here, this just gives you some suggested tools. We are certainly not limited to these tools. These are just tools that we know that we kind of wanted to highlight a few of. So I'm going to talk to you about VoiceThread. VoiceThread is one of those Web 2.0 tools that's been around for a long time. It's a good, powerful tool. What it lets you do is it lets you have conversations around media. And the media that you can use are images, you can do videos, you can even upload a document if you wanted to have a conversation around the document. You do need to have an account. It is free. If you want your students to have an account, they have to be at least 13, but you can create identities under your account for students who are younger. So I'm going to switch over to VoiceThread right now. I am already logged in here, and I just kind of wanted to show you real quick what it looks like and how easy it is to set one up. When you log in, you'll notice there are 3 tabs. There is the browse tool here, so you can actually type in anything that you're looking for. I have typed in cyberbullying, and there are quite a few videos on cyberbullying. The last tab is My Voice, and that shows you any videos that you have already created. But we're going to go to the Create tab. So there are only 3 steps to creating a VoiceThread. First thing is you click on Upload. You have this choice, My Computer, or files that you have stored here. Media sources, this takes you to places like Facebook or Flickr, which I'm sure that you know are blocked here. A URL, if you have a URL that you want to pull images from, or you could do My Webcam where you can actually video yourself. So we're going to go to My Computer, and I have an image right here that I'm going to open. It will upload fairly quickly. You can upload more than one at a time. I'm just going to do one for time's sake. So here is my picture, hopefully coming soon. Come on. All right. I'm going to give it a title. We're going to pretend that that's really there. Cyberbullying. I'm going to save. I want to make a comment. There it is. There's my picture. And by the way, I do want you to notice that I have given my copyright information right here. So when you comment on your video, you have 3 ways that you can choose. You can either telephone to make a comment. You can use your webcam to make a comment. You can record your voice. You can type, or you can upload an audio file that you have saved on your computer. We're going to type here, and I'm going to say cyberbullying is serious business, and then save. So you'll notice now that I have added a comment, now here's my picture. When we play the video, it shows up here. If it was a voice recording, it would actually say that out loud. So we're going to click Share. Next, if you let the video run out, you do get the share thing. But I'm going to click the share button. Now, you can either add a contact here. So if you wanted to email this directly to Chris Shearer, you would type in his email address right here. advertise and add, and then it will send Chris an email. Or you can do get a link. And when you do get a link, I actually like this one the best, because then here it gives you the opportunity to whether you want to allow anybody to view or anyone to comment. But you can also choose to moderate comments, and that's what I would choose if I was using this with students. So I would moderate comments so that I could choose the comments or not. And I would copy the link, and then I can just paste it directly into an email. And then once that's finished, you click on My Voice, give your video, your voice, or excuse me, a title, and reset. And there it shows up. That is a very quick overview of VoiceThread. I'm going to pass this over now to Kathy, who's going to talk to you about Glogster.
Thank you, Betsy. Glogster, a little bit different from VoiceThread. Glogster is a tool for making a digital poster. You can use your own photographs, videos, audio, your own documents, or you can use images there within the program. You do need a free account to do this, and let's go to Glogster. Glogster is www.glogster.com. When you get here, this is the public general use Glogster. I'm going to recommend that you use the educational version, so over on the right, you're going to click on Go to Glogster EDU. Now, you would normally have to log in. I have already been here today, so I'm logged in, but you would have to create an account, and it's really easy to find, and then log in. When you log in, you'll be taken to your Glogster page, which shows any Glogsters you may have created in the past. I would like to show you one just real quick so you can get an idea of what they look like. Here is a Glogster that I use for my technology update. You can see that I've brought in pre-existing clip art. I have typed in it. Each of these serves as a talking point when I'm doing a lecture or a talk to a group. I could have inserted video here. I just didn't happen to have any there. But how do you make your own? Here we go. At the top of your screen, create a new glog. And you can choose to use any of these templates if you like, and then you can just take out the parts that you don't want. I'm going to choose the simplest one, which says it's blank, but it isn't really, because it's got two things already on it, which gives me the opportunity to show you how to take something off of a Glogster that you don't want. Let's say I do not want this element. Once I click on it, the toolbars come up around the left side and across the top. To get rid of this element, I would simply click the trash can. I'm going to do the same for this one. There's the trash can. Now I'm ready to start my own glog. I usually prefer to start with the wall because the wall gives you a background. Now under wall, you could use your own images, but they have a lot of things to choose from here in the gallery. You just go through until you find something that you really like that one. Once you've chosen what you want and it appears in this frame, you click Use It. And now, there you can see this is what the wall of my blog is going to look like. But I'm ready to return to work on it. Now I just need to start using this Tools button up on the left-hand side. Let's go back to the text. If I want to add some text, I need to choose one of these items for my text to appear in. Oh, let's see. Oh, I'll use a simple bubble. It's in here. I'm going to click Use It. And now, here's my text bubble. And again, you see the toolbars. I can use these little arrows to rotate it. I can grab the arrow at the bottom so that I can resize it. But to actually put text in it, you double-click on it, and here is your toolbar, your tool panel. You can choose your font, your bold, italic, underline. You can make your font size larger or smaller here, and it'll show you a preview on inside the actual text. If I wanted to add a hyperlink, I could do a www.whatever here, and it would put that in as the text, and it would be clickable. So I don't want to put in a hyperlink. I just want to say hello. Okay, and there is my text, and I can now move it around anywhere I want to. Let's add something else to our Glogster. Let's go to graphics. Graphics are images that are within the program that you can use. Saw the Rolling Stones go by. Let's use this one. All right, we're going to use the lips, and now it stays up here so that you could go back and choose additional graphics. But now that I have my graphics, I am free to move them around, size it as I wish. You see the same toolbar comes up around. I'm not going to go through everything on it, The big thing being you can lock your item here so that it stays locked on the page, or you can use your trash can to get rid of it. Let's see what else we can add. Moving over to image. Image is for your own photographs that you have taken. To upload your own pictures, you would click upload, and then you would do just like you're accustomed to, where you maneuver to wherever you've saved your picture. You'll click on it, you'll click open. In the interest of time, excuse me, in the interest of time, I have already uploaded my image, and I will pick it and click. Now you can use Google Images, but I'm not really strong on that because you do have to give copyright information, and it is not so easily determined through this interface. So I'm just going to stick with my own image. I'm going to click use it. Now that it's on the screen, I can resize it and rotate it around a little bit. All right, let's move down a little bit. We have more room down here. Okay, going back to our tools, now let's look at audio. Audio and video work the same way that image did. You would click upload, go find your file, and once it's here, they'll all appear on this screen. You choose what you want to use and click use it. For audio, it just puts in a play button. And when you clicked it, it would play the audio. Going back to video, again, now it does have a link to YouTube, but since our system filters YouTube pretty tightly, you're not going to want to do that. You're going to be better off recording your own videos and then uploading it, and it'll show up here, and when you click use it, it will appear on the page. This thing that says players lets you choose a pretty little interface to put around it. Like so, if I chose that player and then click use it, it would appear on my screen. But I know from experience that this video picture is humongous and I don't want to mess with it, so just pretend I did. The last element that you can add is actual data or documents. You would go upload your document, your spreadsheet or your Word document, and when you click it and you say use it, then it will appear in your, see, it's filed as an addendum to this blog, and it's in there somewhere. Now, the last thing I want to show you is the preview button. To preview it, you will now see how it's going to look to other people. I will mention, however, that if you put in a hyperlink and you preview it, you cannot click on the hyperlink to check it out. You have to wait till it's really published. So I'm going to go back to edit. Now I'm ready to save and share. When you save it, you will give your blog a name and click save. All right. You do have to choose some tags. And you have to choose a discipline, and you have to choose the particular track of it. Choose your grade. You don't have to tag it if you don't want to, but what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click finished. Finish saving. And when you do that, you will be given this address. This is how you will share it with other people. You'll simply do a copy, paste it into an email, and send it off to Chris Shearer so that he can check out what you have created. This brings us to the end of Lobster, and I'm going to turn it over to Mary Brantley. We're going to be looking at Windows Live Movie Maker. This application is installed on your computer, so I'm going to open Windows Live Movie Maker. This program will allow you to create a movie using a lot of different types of images and videos. You can add video clips that you've taken with a flip camera, with another video camera. You can add photos. You can use the snipping tool in Windows 7 to capture pieces of documents and convert them to images. You can record on the spot with your webcam, video camera. So let's look at adding videos and photos. So here's some random content. We can add an image. This is one that I actually took with the tablet. It's a robot. With the image, you can add a caption to it by clicking here on the caption button. video clips. Okay. If I want to rearrange, I just click drag. Okay. I can add music to my video, and I would suggest finding all your content ahead of time. Save it to a folder so you're ready to pull it all together. So if I add music, this will play throughout my finished movie. I can add an image that was captured from a document, and I used the snipping tool in Windows 7 to do this. I can add a title page. Okay, I can rearrange that. Okay. You can add themes which add transitions to your movie. Okay. If I wanted to use the webcam video, I could click here and record on the spot. When I finish putting the movie together, I'm going to want to save the movie, which is actually the piece that combines all of this into one movie. So I want to set it to save it for computer because that's the way this is going to be used. And this will let me move and say save my video. After you save your video, you want to share it to YouTube, and you're going to probably need to do this from home. It can then be added to FCS too, so it can be shared. Now, we're going to look at extra normal.
Hi, this is Jamie Abram, and I'm going to give you a quick overview of extra normal. I actually have a video that I'm going to play to show you what it is, and then we'll talk about it a little.
I want to create a video about online safety. Do you know of any resources I could use?
You can create cool animated videos using Extra Normal.
Really? How do I do that?
It's really easy. You just go to the website and create a free account. You can choose sets, characters, and sounds for your video.
Well, that sounds easy.
It is. Then you use the storyboard to create the dialogue for your characters. You write what you want your characters to say, and even choose facial expressions and motions. There are a ton of things you can do.
Now it's sounding more complicated.
Not at all. Just type your words in the boxes. Then you drag icons for motions and faces. You can make your character shrug, wave, even do the logo. It's that easy. You can also control camera angles, add custom images, and change sounds.
And what if I still have questions?
Then just contact a technology facilitator. We would be happy to help you.
Thanks.
Alright, so it gives you a basic idea of what extra normal can do. Your free account, go under create. You pick a theme that you want to work with. They have all kinds of options. Once you've chosen your theme, you get an idea of what your sets and characters would look like. You can choose one actor or two. This is a nice option if you want to do a video but you don't have people you want in the video with you, or you're working at home over the break. This allows you to have actors without really having actors. You choose what picture you want in the background, what you want your setting to be. There are dollar signs on each of these. You'll be given 300 points to start with, and it'll show you as you go how much your video is costing you. So generally speaking, you could have 2 fairly basic videos for free. But you would choose whichever one you would like to do, so we'll do this one here. Then you get to choose your actors. So you can play around, find the actors that you want in your video. They have all kinds of crazy options in here. There's zombies and all sorts of things. You can also go under sounds and give background sounds. So if you wanted noise in the background, you could have that. The storyboard is where you'll create the dialogue, the camera angles, and all of that. You choose which character you want to speak, so I want Jason to speak first. And you can just type what you want this character to say. So I'm just going to start with hi. Then anything you want to add in here, if I want to give them emotion, you just drag that in, drag and drop it. There we go. And it'll give you different options. So you can go through them all, see what you want your character to do. That looks great. So you go ahead and apply that. On the next one, you can choose who's talking here, continue adding dialogue boxes, text-to-speech, or you can do voice recording and do your own voice. I'm just going to do text-to-speech here so the characters will speak, but if you want something clear, they're not always pronounced correctly, so if you want to add your own dialogue, you can. Your characters can still do the motions for you. As you continue to add these things, the motions I've shown you, there are also faces, so you can bring those in, and it'll give you different options on what their facial expressions will be as they talk. You can also choose to have them look directly at the camera. You can change camera angles, so I can bring that in and choose what I want the camera to face during that dialogue. You can include sound effects and images. So there are a number of things you can do to direct your own movie, more or less. You can hit preview here, and it'll render a full video for you to watch. You can also just listen to the dialogue, which happens a little faster. So if you just want to make sure it sounds okay, you can do this one, but preview will generate a whole video for you. You can save as you move along. Once you're happy with what you have, you would just hit publish. Give it a title. I'm not going to go ahead through and hit publish, but it'll give you a link that you can add in to an email. So you would just take that link, email it to chrisshare@fcschools.net, and he would be able to play your video. That is it. I'm going to pass you on to Sandra.
Good afternoon. This afternoon, I'm going to show you something that I just actually looked at yesterday when we started talking about doing this webinar this afternoon. The website is www.onetruemedia.com. At that website, you can create videos that contain your own images. You can add music, effects, transitions, much like PowerPoint, and there's a variety of styles or backgrounds that you can actually add to your video. You do have a free account, and as long as you share the video via email with a link, then it's completely free to use an unlimited number of times. So we're going to switch over and look at the video that I created for you. I have actually already logged into my OneTrueMedia account, and I'm going to click up here at the top for my videos, and I'm going to show you the video that I created for you. Now, I just realized as I played my video, I actually did some editing when we were practicing this. So my video is a little out of order, and I'll come back and show you how to fix that in just a little bit. But what I shared with you were images from 3 different websites that you could possibly use to get some content for the video you're going to create for this. I did not add any of my own video, and I probably will never ever listen to this recorded webinar because I can't stand my own voice. So I particularly like OneTrueVideo because I could play the music in the background. Once you get to this particular site and get logged in, you're going to click the Create button at the top, and here you can see the buttons where you'll add all the different pieces. My video only ended up being 24, 27 seconds long, and of course yours can be up to 60, and there's plenty that you can do in that time. You will actually add images here, and it's just like an upload if you were attaching file to an email. It's very similar to that. Once you upload the images that you use, you'll notice here that it's actually, this is the layout for my video. It added the images one at a time to each individual slide, and you can play with that a little bit, but I wanted to show the 3 different websites on 3 different parts of the video. And you can see here where I got things a little out of order, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and click the wire and drag it to the place that I want it. You see the red dotted line? It's very much like PowerPoint. where you can rearrange slides, or if you do anything with a web apps presentation in Google Apps, just drag those around and put them in the order that you want. I'm actually going to move this one. This is a basic text slide here at the beginning, and a basic text slide here at the middle, and then the other 4 slides, slide 2, 3, 4, and 6, all have images from that I pulled off the internet from the different sites. When you actually edit this, let's see, here's our styles. Once you get those in and they're very basic, you can choose these different styles here. You have some categories over on the side. Mine's just blank because the content that I had, I didn't want to go with any color and it distracts you from the content of that. Up at the top to add music, just click on that music tab. You have some categories, different genres that you might want to add. Some of them actually have words to them, so you want to listen to those. You can choose it by theme if you're doing a video, particularly for a birthday that you want to show, or anniversary. They've got some themes there, and then also certain things have a different tempo. And once you get to that section, you can play to hear what those sound like. Just play the sample. And I'm going to go ahead and stop that. Once you choose something that you like, if you'll click Add, it actually will play all the way through the video for you. It shows you the number of minutes, but it cuts off at the end, so you don't have to try and adjust that. Once you get your videos created, very, very simple, you're going to click on the Share button under the My Videos tab, and over to the left you'll click Share Online, and then in the email box, we of course are blocking Facebook, so you can't post it there. We block YouTube if you're at school, so you can't post it there. So if you'll try not to use those options while you're at school, just click on the email link. You get to choose what your player looks like. That's very similar to the Glogster, where Kathy was talking about earlier, a little, design around what it looks like. You don't have to worry about it. Chris has an updated flash. We're going to click just use default, which you'll see is the one highlighted with the white box. And then we get here. And in the to box, you're just going to type Chris Shearer at fcschools.net. I email him all the time, and I don't make that mistake. And down at the bottom, you can type a different message. The subject is always the same, but you can change the subject. You might want to change it to Ncties webinar information, and then click the send button. And Chris will get a link in his email where he does not even have to log on to be able to see the video that you have created. And I wish you good luck with this. And we're going to go back to Randy to finish us off.
Okay, thanks, ladies. You guys did a great job. We hope that this webinar gave you some great ideas for the contest. A few things to remember now. There's 5 winners that's going to be selected. This is open to all teachers. The contest is now open. It's going to run through January the 10th to close the business. And we really appreciate you guys taking time out this afternoon and visiting our webinar. Have a great day.